This podcast is part of the Pathological Nerdcasters Network. Find more at pncn.rocks, where all the geeks come to play.
Yeah, but they're...
Some of the most interesting things in the world are actually lost. They're buried underneath layers and layers of sand in the vast deserts of the earth. Well, I have a game that's all about finding those ancient items. This is Ancient Sands. To set up the game, I have it mostly set up, but you will start off by doing a 4x4 grid of these sand cards. You're going to put out an entire 4x4 grid of these 3 cards. Then you'll top all those cards with the level 2 card, and then you will top all the level 2s with the level 1 card, which is what you can see that is out here. You must dig through each of these levels to get to the best, which is level 3. Those have the highest point value. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to be the one with the most points at the end of the game. The way the game ends is when a player starts their turn with 6 points, the game stops, and whoever has the most points is the winner of the game. Hey, I'm just here editing the video, and no, it's not 6. It's 10. You must have 10 points to end the game, not 6. Back to the video. So once you have everything set up here, you're going to take 1 card from the deck. That's going to be your starting hand. Every player starts with 1 card, and on your turn you're going to draw a card. But let me first explain these sand tiles here. So looking at each sand card here, they have the level that it is. This is a level 1 card, and then it has these stats down here. Now you can use either one of these stats to dig this card on your turn. So you can either use a combined total dig power of 6, and I'll show where that is on the worker cards, or you need to have a total of 2 workers. So if you have either one of those, you can go ahead and you can dig this level 1 card. All the level 1s have the same power. The level 2s require you to have a total of 10 dig power or 3 workers, and the level 3s require 15 dig power or 4 workers. So let's say I'm the first player. Look at my hand here. I have a thug card, and I'm going to draw, and I draw an adventurer. So let's explain these cards here. So of course you have the type of card in the corner, and then the big number is your total dig power. So if this card is placed out in front of you, that is the total amount of dig power that you have. Then the thug here has a play and a discard ability. The play ability is flip a face down treasure face up and lock it. And then if you discard it, you get to unlock a treasure card. So you have a choice of what you want to do. And the adventurer only has a play action, so they can move a treasure to the top of any other stack. So on your turn, you can play one of your cards if you want to. Or you can discard one of your cards if you want to. Either or, that is your choice. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to play this thug card. So if I play the thug card, I place the thug card right out in front of me. And I will go ahead and I will do the action that is in the play section of the card. So flip a face down treasure face up and lock it. So let's go right here. I'm going to flip this card face up. And we see we have some ancient coins here. But unfortunately, I have to lock it. So I turn it onto its side and it is locked. Now, you can't interact with a locked card until it gets unlocked by another card's manipulation. Then comes the dig phase. And in the dig phase, you get to dig one of the cards that are out. If you are able to dig a card, you must dig. So I have 6 dig power, only 1 worker, and seeing that there are several cards out here that are unlocked and able to be dug, I must go ahead and use up my dig action. So 2 dig, I say I have 6 whole dig power, so I can dig anything that's out right now except for this locked one. So let's just say I'm going to go right here, and I'm going to go ahead and dig this card. So when you dig a card, you flip it over, and then you go ahead and do what its dig action is. So this is a natural spring. Draw the worker card. This will increase your worker hand size by 1. So that is pretty cool. So I get to draw a worker card up here. So I gain a mercenary. Then you go ahead and collect the dig card and place that into your scoring area. And then, once you've done that, you discard all of your workers. So I must discard this thug. Then, looking at this card here, the little crown here is the number of victory points this card is worth. So this card is worth 1 victory point. So right now, that is all that I have at the moment. Then I'll continue on to the next player. So let's say play continued around, and I had played these 2 cards here, done whatever I needed to when they were played. But on my turn, I also, I have 1 more card here. So I have this thief here. So let's see here. Swap this worker with another worker in play. And he's only 1, or I can discard him to unlock a treasure. So that's kind of cool. I think I'm just going to go ahead and use this discard action. So on my turn, I'm going to go ahead and discard this thief. So he gets discarded. I get to unlock something, and hey, look, these coins were locked earlier. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to unlock those coins. Then looking, I have 2 workers with a total of 5 dig power. So I can dig anything that's level 1 here. So these ancient coins, because they're visible, but it still shows you the same information that's on the back. So 6 dig, 2 workers required, and it's still right here, 6 dig and 2 workers required. So if you use at least 2 workers to dig this treasure, take another turn. So I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to dig these coins. So it's already flipped over, so I'm going to go ahead and add that to my scoring area, discard all of my workers, and I get to take another turn. So another turn, I draw a card, and I will continue on until somebody has the 10-point threshold, and a winner is determined. There is also this event deck that I didn't use in the example right there, but the event deck just throws in a monkey wrench sometimes to what's going on. So if you decide to use the event deck, the first card you're always going to use is this Clear Day. So it's a weather card. Whenever weather cards are out, those will stay out. So for Clear Day, it says all players have +1 dig power. So that'll stay out until another weather card replaces this. So some other weather cards we have here are we have Cool Breeze, which allows you to keep 1 worker when you dig, if you're going to discard them all. We have a Lightning Storm. So dig powers costs are doubled. Dig card costs are increased by 1. So Lightning Storm makes it a little bit harder to dig stuff up here. And then there are just regular events that don't replace the weather, but they just kind of affect what's going on. So when digging this round, only the cheapest tier is available. So during a slow day, you can only dig whatever the cheapest tier that is out. And then we have High Morale. All workers have double dig power for this round. So that is pretty cool. And then we have something like Unexpected Discovery. When digging this round, the player to your left chooses the location. Worker card dig costs are 2 for all tiers. So that's pretty cool. And that is Ancient Sands. So that is just a brief overview of Ancient Sands. This is a pretty cool card game. It's very interesting how that when you're playing, you're building up your workers, but once you dig something, you have to wipe all of your workers away. So you don't want to build them up too high, because if you build them up too high and have too much, and you kind of waste those workers when you dig something really low. And if there's something that's able to be dug, you kind of have to. So it is very interesting how it kind of forces you to do sometimes, think about what card you're holding onto and what card you're putting out. But I do want to thank Lunar Power Games for passing this preview copy of this game along to me. This was pretty cool. Ancient Sands will be going on Kickstarter very soon. I'll have a link down below for their campaign once it goes live. And also, if you notice the very, very top of the show, I am now part of the Pathological Nerdcasters Network. This is an awesome opportunity. I really am grateful to be part of this awesome new network. If you want to find out more information about some of the other contributors to the network, please check out pncn.rocks. And as always, thank you so much for watching. Please do not forget to share, like, subscribe, and help support Cloak and Meeple. Subscribe button is right down there, and my Patreon campaign is right over there. Thanks.